Most blackout prep lists are written by people who've never gone a single night without electricity. I served in the British Armed Forces. I've operated in environments where the grid didn't exist. What I stage by my front door isn't theoretical. It's been tested in conditions most content creators can't spell. Later in this list, there's a 50p item from Poundland the British military field medics carry for chest trauma. That alone is worth your next 10 minutes. By the end of this video, you'll have a 10-item blackout kit that covers water, warmth, light, communication, sanitation, medical and barter, staged and ready for under 200 quid. Everyone else will be queuing at a dead ATM. You won't. Item 1. Wind-up DAB/FM radio, about £25 from Argos. You're starting here because communication is the one category civilians forget entirely. Your mobile network collapses within 24 to 48 hours. Backup batteries at cell towers drain, then you've got nothing. DAB covers roughly 97% of UK households. A wind-up unit needs no batteries, no mains, no fuel. Government emergency broadcasts become your only verified information source. Everything else is rumour. 1 minute of cranking gives you 15 to 30 minutes of listening. That single piece of intelligence tells you whether the grid's coming back in hours or weeks. It dictates every decision you make next. While most people stare at dying signal bars, you're already informed. Running total, £25. Item 2, headlamp plus spare batteries, about £15 from Screwfix or Go Outdoors. They are not a torch, a headlamp. Hands-free, light is a force multiplier. You cook, move, repair and handle children simultaneously, one per family member. No exceptions. A household sharing one handheld torch creates a bottleneck after dark. Every single task slows to a crawl. Specify lithium batteries for cold performance and shelf life. A decent headlamp on low mode runs 40+ hours on a single set. Tape spare batteries to each unit so they're never separated. You don't search for batteries in the dark. You stage them. Running total, £40. Item 3, jerry can of stored tap water plus a Sawyer Mini filter. About £25 total. You need roughly 2 litres per person per day minimum. A household of 4 across 7 days means approximately 56 litres. And most families have nothing stored beyond whatever's sitting in the kettle. A 20-litre jerry can covers immediate drinking needs for the first 2 to 3 days. The Sawyer Mini filter handles 100,000 gallons and weighs practically nothing. It lets you pull water from rainwater butts, bathtubs filled before the pumps die, or any collected source. Expensive camping filter kits cost £80 plus and do the same job. Dehydration degrades your cognitive function within 24 hours. Bad decisions in a blackout kill faster than thirst itself. Running total, £65. Item 4, bulk UHT milk and tinned goods, £20 to £30 from Tesco or Asda. Boring, non-negotiable, UHT milk gives 6 to 9 months of shelf life with no refrigeration. Tins of beans, soup, and corned beef requires 0 cooking if gas supply also fails. You eat them cold from the can. Calorie density per penny is the metric that matters here, not taste. A freeze-dried prepper meal pouch costs £7 per serving. A tin of beans costs 40p. Rotate your stock every 6 months. Eat it, replace it. This isn't hoarding, it's a rolling pantry. Stack tins by calorie count, not by preference. Running total, £95 at the upper end. Item 5. Sleeping bags rated to -5 plus foil blankets, £30 to £50 from Go Outdoors or B&M. A UK home without central heating drops to ambient outdoor temperature within roughly 12 to 18 hours. In winter, that means single digits indoors by night 2. Hypothermia begins when your core body temperature drops below 35 degrees Celsius. In the elderly or very young, that process accelerates dangerously. Foil blankets reflect up to 90% of radiated body heat and weigh grams. People assume duvets and blankets are enough. They're not rated equipment. -5 rated bags cover 90% of UK winter scenarios. Layer the foil blanket inside the sleeping bag, not outside. That's the mistake civilians always make. Running total, £145. Item 6, cash in small denominations, £100 to £200 in 5s and 10s. ATMs die immediately. Card machines are useless. Any shop still operating goes cash only within hours. This is pure barter infrastructure. People carrying £50 notes get no change. 5s and 10s give you transactional flexibility. A veteran keeps this in the prep bag permanently, not in a wallet. Seal it in a waterproof pouch. This money isn't savings. It's operational currency for the first 72 hours while supply chains still partially function. After day 3, cash value drops as supply dries up entirely. The window is narrow. Use it early. Running total excluding the cash itself, £145 in kit. Now pay attention to this one. Item 7, cling film, 50p, Poundland. This is the item I teased at the start. British military field medics use non-porous plastic wrap as an emergency occlusive, dressing for chest wounds. It creates an airtight seal. In a blackout with no A and E access, that same physics covers burns. It keeps lacerations clean. It substitutes for dressings costing 20 times more, but that's just the first function. It wraps food. It waterproofs kit. But it seals broken windows against drafts. The seal works because cling film is non-porous and self-adhesive under light tension. It creates an anaerobic barrier against bacterial contamination. A civilian buys a £15 first aid kit full of plasters. A veteran buys a 50p roll that outperforms half of it. 5 functions from a single item. That is what trained thinking looks like. Running total, £145 and 50p. Item 8, washing up liquid, about £1. In documented grid-down crises, the single biggest killer isn't starvation, it's waterborne disease from collapsed sanitation. The 2022 Pakistan floods proved this at scale. 2 drops of standard dish soap per litre of water functions as a surface decontaminant. Aid organizations worldwide use this method. 1 bottle gives you hundreds of applications. Hand washing, dish sanitation, improvised surface cleaning, antibacterial gel runs out fast and costs 5 times more per application. Without sanitation discipline, gastric illness spreads through your household within 48 to 72 hours. In a blackout with no running water, that becomes a cascading medical emergency. Running total, £146 and 50p. Item 9, tampons and sanitary pads, £2 to £4 from Tesco or Poundland. Veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan have documented using tampons as emergency wound plugs for narrow puncture injuries. They're designed to expand and absorb under pressure. Pads function as sterile packaged absorbent dressings. During the 2014 Donbass conflict, which Ukrainian civilian shelters listed feminine hygiene products as a top 3 medical supply request. That tells you everything about dual-use value in crisis. A hemostatic gauze pack costs £15 to £30. A box of tampons costs £2 and covers both hygiene and trauma applications. The sterile individual packaging is the key. Each unit is a sealed, clean dressing ready to deploy. Running total, £150 and 50p. Item 10, bicycle inner tube, about £4 from Halfords. This is the genuine surprise. A standard butyl rubber inner tube cut into strips gives you heavy-duty tourniquets, waterproof lashing, fire-starting material that burns at over 400 degrees Celsius for several minutes even when wet, and elastic retention bands for securing kit to bags or body. SAS survival instructors have referenced rubber strips as one of the most underrated multi-use items by weight. One tube yields meters of material. A commercial tourniquet costs £20 plus. Firelighters fail when wet. Bungee cords snap in cold. A single inner tube replaces all three for under a fiver. Butyl rubber's ignition characteristics make it reliable in rain. That's material science doing the work, not luck. Final total, under £155 in kit, 10 items, under 200 quid including your cash reserve, 7 capability categories covered: communication, light, water, food, warmth, medical, barter. 4 of those items pull triple or quadruple duty. This kit fits in one bag by your front door. It takes one afternoon to build. The grid doesn't send a warning before it drops. Subscribe. Because the next video covers what happens on day 8. Everyone else is still Googling. You're already staged.